Where there is light, there are also shadows. Synergy is an unspoken mutual trust.
Open your eyes. A bright path awaits.
We will be invincible if we truly trust each other. Gaze the stars and seek your path. Our victories will be limitless.
Peace shall reign the world.
Where there is light, there are also shadows.
There's no grace to seek. Mortals must save themselves.
Everyone has the right to embrace their true self.
For peace!
Where there is light, there are also shadows. Synergy is an unspoken mutual trust.
Open your eyes. A bright path awaits.
We will be invincible if we truly trust each other. Gaze the stars and seek your path. Our victories will be limitless.
Peace shall reign the world.
Where there is light, there are also shadows.
There's no grace to seek. Mortals must save themselves.
Everyone has the right to embrace their true self.
For peace!
Where there is light, there are also shadows. Synergy is an unspoken mutual trust.
Open your eyes. A bright path awaits.
We will be invincible if we truly trust each other. Gaze the stars and seek your path. Our victories will be limitless.
Peace shall reign the world.
Where there is light, there are also shadows.
There's no grace to seek. Mortals must save themselves.
Everyone has the right to embrace their true self.
For peace!
Where there is light, there are also shadows. Synergy is an unspoken mutual trust.
Open your eyes. A bright path awaits.
We will be invincible if we truly trust each other. Gaze the stars and seek your path. Our victories will be limitless.
Peace shall reign the world.
Where there is light, there are also shadows.
There's no grace to seek. Mortals must save themselves.
Everyone has the right to embrace their true self.
For peace!
Where there is light, there are also shadows. Synergy is an unspoken mutual trust.
Open your eyes. A bright path awaits.
We will be invincible if we truly trust each other. Gaze the stars and seek your path. Our victories will be limitless.
Peace shall reign the world.
Where there is light, there are also shadows.
There's no grace to seek. Mortals must save themselves.
Everyone has the right to embrace their true self.
For peace!
Where there is light, there are also shadows. Synergy is an unspoken mutual trust.
eyes. A bright path awaits.
We will be invincible if we truly trust each other. Gaze the stars and seek your path. Our victories will be limitless.
Peace shall reign the world.
Where there is light, there are also shadows.
There's no grace to seek. Mortals must save themselves.
Everyone has the right to embrace their true self.
For peace!
Where there is light, there are also shadows. Synergy is an unspoken mutual trust.
Open your eyes. A bright path awaits.
We will be invincible if we truly trust each other. Gaze the stars and seek your path. Our victories will be limitless.
Peace shall reign the world.
Where there is light, there are also shadows.
There's no grace to seek. Mortals must save themselves.
Everyone has the right to embrace their true self.
For peace!
Where there is light, there are also shadows. Synergy is an unspoken mutual trust.
Open your eyes. A bright path awaits.
We will be invincible if we truly trust each other. Gaze the stars and seek your path. Our victories will be limitless.
Peace shall reign the world.
Where there is light, there are also shadows.
There's no grace to seek. Mortals must save themselves.
Everyone has the right to embrace their true self.
For peace!
Where there is light, there are also shadows. Synergy is an unspoken mutual trust.
Open your eyes. A bright path awaits.
We will be invincible if we truly trust each other. Gaze the stars and seek your path. Our victories will be limitless.
Peace shall reign the world.
Where there is light, there are also shadows.
There's no grace to seek. Mortals must save themselves.
Everyone has the right to embrace their true self.
For peace!
Where there is light, there are also shadows. Synergy is an unspoken mutual trust.
Open your eyes. A bright path awaits.
We will be invincible if we truly trust each other. Gaze the stars and seek your path. Our victories will be limitless.
Peace shall reign the world.
Where there is light, there are also shadows.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the final day of round 4, the last match of the upper bracket. And welcome back, everyone, to the Midsummer Meet tournament. It's going to be a banger of a match today. The first match is going to be between ABM and Vitality Esports. ABM on the left side and Vitality Esports on the right side. Also, guys, I am Shazzy and I'm joined by the wonderful Zoey. Zoey, what's up?
Hello and hello, how are you? So, I think tonight will be more intense than yesterday since two biggies are fighting first tonight, right? Because we could see Team Vitality Sports totally dominating over Team Rule Number Zero yesterday, and also Team ABM really got ahead with Team Imperial Lords and got the victory. So I think two winners tonight are fighting, together in the land of Dawn. So let's go on towards the draft and let's see what we are in for tonight.
Definitely, Zoe, and also I must mention these
Your
two
team
teams are
is
the favorites
banning.
of this tournament. So it's literally going to be the most mechanically intense match that you guys are going to witness. So don't go anywhere. Share the stream as much as possible. Get your popcorn, and you're in here for a ride. First ban coming in from ABM. Radium will be banning. Let's see what's it going to be. Will it be Minsitar, Faramis? Okay, Terizla is a target ban towards YOLO AB, who is one of the best EXP laners in India currently. He's and you might be remembering who his Terizla plays.
Yes, yesterday we could see many great ultimates casted in by YOLO
The
AB
falling stars
on
brought us
Terisla.
here.
So banning away Terisla without letting YOLO AB go ahead with that hero is a really good decision that Team ABM made, and also we can see Noveria and OP Mage being banned. And also Arlet also getting banned. Two OP picks, getting out of the way tonight in this draft.
Final ban from Vitality Esports. Will we see the Xavier getting banned, or will it be a target ban onto Radium or maybe Apex? We will find out. Okay, it's a target ban
Your
onto
team is
Apex, who
banning.
is also like everyone here is just India number one at this point. So India number one Franco, Apex ban. So two target bans we saw, which was Terizla and the Franco, and the first pick will be the Xavier. So let's find out if the Xavier is really going to cost Vitality Esports, as they completely ignored its presence. And YOLO AB, right? Okay, again, India number one glue of YOLO AB. What are your thoughts, Zoe?
Yes, I think focusing on Terisla, whose penalty zone will cause really great trouble in team fight. I think Team ABM Esports forgot that YOLO AB is the best of India on glue, guys. So I think we will be in for so much energy in this match tonight. So I am really excited, and also we can see Diggy getting picked early without even seeing the picks of Team ABM, the rest of the picks. So let's see what's going on, and also Khaja on the hands of Apex.
So this is a pretty standard strategy from Vitality Esports. They pick the Diggy early so that there is no chance of banning out the Diggy, and Apex is not allowed to go for those big alt sets roams. So I think that's a pretty decent thinking, or you can say strategy from the side of Vitality Esports. And we can see Apex has locked down the Kaja instantly, as you saw that Diggy. And we know that Diggy cannot really answer the divine judgment. So I think that's a huge Rome being selected. Okay, we can also see Radium on the Brody. He's a beast on that Brody. So let's see how he is going to perform. We are moving into the second ban phase, and we can see that they need a jungler, or they need marks. Okay, sorry, an EXP laner. So will we see Lancelot? Okay, no, sorry, it's a Yuzong ban, Zoe.
Yes, and Yusong being a really annoyance towards the backliners, I think getting rid of Yuzong is also a really good decision that Team Vitality Sports made, because with the Shah Essence energy and also with all that CC coming in with the Black Dragon form will be too much annoying in the early games, and also in the early games. While when we take the turtle and all, I think Yuzong will be a really great ban coming in, and also Valentina being banned by Team APM this time, so that we can see a real world manipulation in this match coming in by Kevin Nater. I think that's the name. That's his name, right?
Yes, yes. His name is Kevin Nader, and yeah, you're right. Actually, we also know that against Glue, Yuzong is one of the best EXP lanes as an answer, as he doesn't really die to him, and also if you play it right, you can also bully Glue in the lane. So I think that's an amazing ban. Also, keeping the things, rest of the things aside, we can see the EXP and the jungle getting locked from the side of ABM. It's going to be the Benedetta EXP. We haven't seen a lot of Benedettas in these tournaments, so it will be great to see how Devil is executing that high mobility EXP laner who can rotate and also, petrify the backline. A good, very good counter to the Eve, I can say. Also, Jay on that. Sorry, Leomord jungle. What are your thoughts, Zoe?
I haven't seen Leomord jungle in a while, but Leomord is, out of question, is a really great hero to be played as the jungler because with the ultimate that can be casted in with the CC and also the damage that will be caused and the sustenance that he gets with the ultimate. I think Leomord is a really great pick in this match, and also we can see the last pick being Beatrix from Team Vital eSports.
Definitely, both the teams have secured their drafts, and looking at the drafts, it seems like the side of ABM don't really have a lot of tanky heroes on their side. We can see Kaja and Leomord will be most probably making ice glass cannon builds, so Benedetta might be going for those tanky items. I'm kind of like curious how they're going to tank all the damage coming from the side of Vitality Esports. And yeah, guys, welcome back to the land of Dawn. It's going to be the first match, a banger of a match tonight, and we have Apex on the Kaja already looking for some nuisance onto Xbox buff, maybe trying to bait out the retribution for the Litho, and standard rotations from both the teams. Leomord starting from his blue buff, so most probably we will see a level 4 gank onto the gold lane from Leomord.
Yes, true that. And Xbox really managed to secure the purple buff without, wasting its retribution. But I don't think either of the teams are going in for the Litho Wanderers fight. Look at that. Devil giving in so much pressure towards YOLO AB in the lane, totally dominating over the lane, if you ask me. Because we can see already YOLO AB is in, on a risky amount of HP. And still he is going on towards Devil.
Okay, the YOLO will be in a very tough spot. Devil will be dominating him. This is something new. Okay, the counter play there by YOLO will be securing first blood onto Devil. He did chew a lot more than he could. He chew off a lot more than he could digest. And sorry, I messed that up. But Apex will be pressuring the bot lane. Jay on the Leomord will be using up his ultimate as well. Haitatsu in a very tough spot, very low, will be secured by the first kill of the Leomord. Cabinator again also in a tough spot. The poke is there and he does secure the kill. 3 for 1 trade. Zoe.
Yes, true that 3-for-1 trade because I really thought Vendetta really dominated over Glue at that moment, but I think the overconfidence got towards Devil and Devil went down with too much damage to be tolerated by casted in by the tower and with Glue CC, and also we can see team Vitality Sports being totally pressurized in the bottom lane near the first most tower. And also, we can see Devil is still pressuring YOLO AB everywhere that he goes. So, this Vendetta is being a nightmare towards YOLO AB, if you ask me.
Right, the first turtle has spawned and looks like Devil will be putting YOLO in a tough spot, and the ultimate from okay. Leomord does secure the kill onto Xborg, which is the jungler, and this might be a free turtle, but they are still pursuing YOLO AB. Will they secure the kill? YOLO doesn't have any spells to really escape from the situation. The killing spree and Kaja's Divine Judgment onto Kevin Nater will be forced to flicker out, and there will be a sigh of relief from the side of Vitality Esports, but the aggression coming in from the side of ABM is just going off the roofs right now, Zoe.
Yeah, true that, everybody following up towards the damage that their allies are causing. That's a really good thing to, do in a team fight because that would really give your team a good opportunity to at least take one or two people down from the enemy side. And also that was a really convenient turtle towards team ABM. And I think they made the environment which, they are it is easy for them to get the turtle down, and I think they successfully did that.
Definitely, the pressure is being capitalized on by ABM very well, and looks like they will be looking for more skirmishes here and there. But the fights have been cooled down for a while. Both the XP laners will be cutting their waves for the next engage, which might take place somewhere around the top lane. Because Leomord is here, he will be using his ultimate, and looks like YOLO AB will be forced to ult out of in this situation. Will he be jumping onto Leomord? Nope, he will just. Okay, he does jump onto Leomord. Quite a bold play there by YOLO AB, as he has no follow up, and Jay will be there in the vicinity. Okay, Xborg is here, so meanwhile in the bot lane also it looks like there is a fight going on, but in the top lane is pretty neutral for now. Okay, Devil goes in with the ultimate electro final blow and does secure the kill onto Xborg. Quite a surprising thing there. Xborg came to support Blue, but he fell down instead.
Yes, true that. But Glue manages to escape at the moment, but still Vendetta is pressurizing over. Okay, look at that. Diggy goes down as well. Too much pressure on towards the goal lane. 3 men, 4 men gangs towards the goal lane. Even they do not even let Team Vitality Esports players to go out of the first tower, and from both the sides they are getting pressurized, and also the dawning light getting casted on Eve, taking her down, and also comes a mega kill on towards Leomord, which will be Glue, and Xbox is backing out of the situation without deciding not to fight for the
Look at
turtle.
is sitting. Oh my god, he is bullying Xborg at this point. And also, like the fights are happening on top lane, bot lane, mid lane. It's becoming tough to focus which fights to even highlight, because that's how dynamic the combo of ABM is. And looks like we might see a rotation coming into the mid lane. The mid lane tier 1 has been secured by Jay, and the shield will be secure for now for the side of Xbox. Ultimate being used by Jay, and the real world manipulation is there to disengage. But still, Jay finds Diggy, and will the kill be secured? Yes, he does secure it with the enhanced first kill. GG.
Yes, that Tornapath memory casted on Diggy right on time, connecting him, and that was a nice kill secured by Brody. Radium on Brody. So we can see he is going for the tower as well. I think the tower goes down, yes. And also we can see, look at Kaja. He is not afraid at all, guys. He is in the enemy territory without even a single. Okay, look at that. I think I thought Devil was in a pretty bad situation, but it's Vendetta, really mobile, and was able to get out of the situation.
Okay, flicker combo there by YOLO. AB will be connecting the ultimate on to Kaja. Will there be the capitalization is the big question. Okay, Kaja does flicker out of the situation. Kind of a waste play there by YOLO AB, but then well tried by him.
Yes, true that. And the second tower goes down as well from Team Vitality Esports, and Xbox was forced to cast his ultimate, but yes, he was able to secure the purple buff as well. But Brody is dealing too much damage towards Team Vitality Esports, and Diggy was forced to use the time journey as well.
Oh my god, like how do you even take a breath of fresh air in such pressure? It's going crazy right now. Okay, mid lane tier 2 is also getting focused on. They have no answer to this. Beatrix ulting out of there. YOLO AP will be ulting as well, but he doesn't find anyone. That he's out of the. I think they are out of the range, and YOLO AB might get punished for this play, but no, he will be safe for now. Zoe, what can Vitality Esports do at this point? They seem to be pressurized from every single angle possible.
Yeah, so that I think they should be, they should be together as a team right now and play defensive. And it's because team ABM is so much ahead with the farm and also with the push. And we can see they are going for the load too. This will be so much nightmarish towards team Vitality Esports.
Definitely. The first Lord has been secured without any contest by Jay, and looks like they are looking for very important objectives from this first Lord itself. Let's see how the fight breaks out. And most probably they'll get all the outer turrets, and if they play it right, they might also get one of the inhibitors.
Yes, so that, and also Brody is dealing too much damage towards the tower that Team Violet Esports cannot do anything. They have the range, they have the damage, they have the mobility, and they have that CC. And I think Team ABM are totally dominating over Team Violet Esports.
Alright, ultimate being used. Divine Judgment onto YOLO AB. He will be decimated in 2 seconds. Monster kill for J. That's the mid lane inhibitor getting pressured on, and the Lord is coming from bot lane. The next pressure is going to shift to the bot lane. Let's see how Vitality Esports are thinking to defend this. This is looking very scary. J, okay, little bit manipulation defensively used to, okay. Devil goes in onto the backhand. Kevin later will force out the flicker. Will Devil be punished? Yes, he does go down as well on by the hands of Beatrix. The bot lane inhibitor has gone down. Okay, YOLO AB is still engaging. Radium in a bad spot does flicker out and does gets like secured by the Beatrix. The fight is still going on. YOLO AB has no chill. He has his ultimate again. Will he be ulting onto Apex? Most probably he will, because he has the connection. Okay, let's see if there will be any follow-up. Melly is here in the vicinity. He does burst down Apex. Immortality has dropped. Will the kill be secured, or will he be able to magically escape? Yes, he does. And Dawning Light to secure the kill onto BX6. Oh my god, Apex is going crazy right now.
Yeah, that was a double kill coming in with the dawning light, casted right on time in order to save Apex. I thought he went down. I think that immortality was really useful towards Apex. You know, that was what really saved them, and also the follow up coming in from his teammates. And that Savior using his dawning light, like really well positioned and really, well decisively, so that he could take double kill. And guys, the I think the advantage shifting back towards Team ABM. I really thought Team Vital Esports were going to give a possible comeback in the team fight, getting the team fight towards their advantage. But no, Team ABM did not let them take it.
Right, so we are sitting at around a 9k gold lead right now, and we can see if we see the itemization from Apex, he only has an immortality as his complete item, and then he has parts of all the other defense items. He knows his itemization game very well. He doesn't care to really build one entire item, and he knows that his only job is to just make a pick off. He just needs little bit itty bitty defenses, and we can see the recalls being spammed by AVM, as they know that they're very ahead in this matchup, and Vitality Esports are on the back foot. So also they're delaying the lot till 12 minutes. So Zoe, what should be the game plan for the side of Vitality here?
I think they should wait for the right moment and stop chasing Team ABM, because that chase, shifted the advantage back towards Team ABM, if you ask me. Because otherwise, the advantage was with Team Violet Esports, and I think they were really passionate about getting the kills. And they went, towards the chase in order to get another mate down from Team ABM. But I think they should really avoid that at this point, because they are really behind with the farm, and also the second Lord was taken down successfully without a contest by Team ABM.
Definitely, they cannot really make any flashy plays right now. Vitality has to play the patience game and give their hearts out in defending this Lord push. All the lanes are getting synced by the side of ABM, mid lane, top lane, bot lane, mid lane, and this is the highest level of MLBB gameplay, guys. You will not get this anywhere else other than MSC, I guess. So all the lanes are being pushed. Mid lane is synced pretty well. Let's see how they are going to engage. Bot lane, Lord marching from the bot lane. Top lane inhibitor is getting chunked down by the minions themselves. The players don't even need to do much here. Radium will be chunking down the mid lane inhibitor. And let's see how the engage will go off. The real world manipulation has been popped. YOLO AB has taken the divine judgment, but he will not be capitalized on yet. Jay with the burst onto the back line. YOLO AB is escaping with a sliver of health. The burst from Xavier is also crazy. Okay, ultimate by Export to clear off the waves. They just need to play this defensively. Come on, Iza. Okay. Isa will be fine for now as he has the immortality. That's a great defense up till now. And the enhanced minion wave has also been cleared by Vitality Esports. Zoe.
Yes, I think they have learned from their mistakes and they are playing it defensively. I think none of the teammates were taken down by rest of the teams, but the tuning light connects in towards YOLO AB and he goes down, who was on really low HP. Savi is dealing some great damage, too much towards Team Vitality Esports to handle at the moment.
Damn, Vitality Esports did a great job and also commendable play there by ABM as they did secure all the inhibitors. Real manipulation being popped. Radium will escape from that situation. He still wants to go in. Quite a bold play there, and we can see the engage still going on. But then both the teams just have decided to disengage. ABM respecting the enemy team and going back to their jungle.
Look at the towers from Team ABM, Shazzy. I think none of the turrets are yet touched. I think other than the top lane turret, which is a bit touched by Team Vitality Esports. I think Team ABM really knows what they are doing, and I think they have protected all the three lanes successfully well, and all the turrets down from Team Vitality Esports. This is what I call a total domination because they are like 13 kills ahead. Team ABM are 13 kills ahead from Team Vitality Esports, and also the goal lead is like so hard to be exceeded, guys. The favoration. So I think the next Lord has also evolved. I think they are initiating it at the moment.
Definitely. The sad part about not touching ABM's towers is that even if Vitality makes a comeback, a magical comeback, they wipe out ABM, they still can't end the game because there are so many towers to puncture through. Okay, the third lord of this game has been secured by ABM, and this is a level 2 lord, not a 18-minute lord. So there might be still hope left for Vitality Esports just as they defended this. They need to look out for the Xavier. They need to look out for Benedetta going for their backline, and I think they can. They will be fine if they can manage these two heroes and also the divine judgment from Kaja. So let's see how ABM engages here. Okay, YOLO AB 3-man stand onto the backline, and we haven't seen a divine judgment yet. YOLO AB being quite the nuisance, but the tower is getting locked by Devil. Oh my god, this is going to be GG. ABM is completely business here. They don't want to waste any time going directly for the tower. Zoe.
Yes, that turret focus was really on point by Team ABM, and I think they did not want Team Vitality Esports to have a chance to farm up and give a possible comeback at the latter parts of the games. But because I think Team ABM got frights because Team Vitality Esports really defended all the lords pretty well, if you ask me. So that I think Team ABM did not go for the kills. I think they went for the victory after all, focusing on the tower. And look at that, Jay being the silent MVP of the match, 605 KDA coming in by Jay. I think the most damage was there by Savior though, with the dawning lights and all the the first and second skill combinations. 37% damage caused in by Savior at the point towards the game. The total domination over Team Vitality for 16 to 4 kills, which will be 12 kills ahead, guys. So I think Team ABM deserves a really great congratulations towards the next round, Shazzy.
Definitely. Congratulations to ABM. At this point, they are proving to us no matter what they pick, they are going to dominate their enemy. We need someone to step up. We need a team to pull up and give a good fight to ABM. And hopefully, Vitality Esports, congratulations to them as well, as they will have a second chance. They have been dropped down to the lower bracket, and hopefully they can come back stronger and put up a great fight against Vitality Esports. And no matter which team it is, we want to see a close game against ABM. So guys, it's me, Shazzy and Zoe signing out for the first match. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the second match.
give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cop mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheel on the beat. On me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheel on the beat. On me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheel on the beat. On me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheel on the beat. On me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheel on the beat. On me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheel on the beat. On me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheel on the beat. On me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheel on the beat. On me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheel on the beat. On me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheel on the beat. On me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cop mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the beat. When I'm in, I get give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cop, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get clock. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me. That's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get clock. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me. That's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get clock. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me. That's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get clock. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me. That's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get
Hello gamers, hello viewers, good evening. We are back again with the game number 2 of the elimination rounds, guys. So I think you still have your energy left because we are in for another intense match, guys. And I think this will be a do or die situation towards both the teams. So I think they should all fight with all their might in order to qualify towards the next round of the lower brackets. And also, we are in together for the battle between Team Misfit Mythicals and Team RNZ, which is rule number 0. I am Zoe from Sri Lanka, and I have alongside with me an amazing caster, Kronos. Hello, Kronos. How are you? I think we will be going to the draft any minute now. How are you tonight?
Hi, Zoe. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for the wonderful introduction you gave me. I am not worthy of
Your team
praise, I
is
can say.
banned.
Maybe not. But I said we will be going into the draft between team rule number 0, who will be on the blue side, and team Misfit Mythicals on the red side. And as Zoe said, this is an elimination bracket where the team that will be losing will be going away and will not have any chances from the lower brackets. And this should be an interesting game as we see our first ban, Joy.
Yes, Joy being a wonderful band coming in, if you ask me, because in the recent meta, we could see many Joy players dominating over many games in the EXP lane as well as in the jungle as the core player. So I think getting rid of Joy is a really good decision if you, if you do not consist of a really great counter towards Joy. I think that will be so much, advantageous towards you, because otherwise the backliners would be so much in a dreadful situation, guys. So I think we can see another ban coming in from team Misfit Mythicals, which is Savior, another overpowered mates in MLBB. What do you think about this ban coming in so far? I think the first banning phase is already over.
Looking at the bans, we have the Xavier being banned out from Misfit Mythicals. It is quite a staple pick in this tournament. Everyone's been first picking it as well, given the fact that you have the global ultimate with the Dawning Light, and you have the CC coming in from the skill 1 and skill 2 combo, and he scales with the late game as well. So that's a good ban, and the other two bans being Minster and Arlord, pretty standard bans if you ask me. And the first pick, however, going to be the Novaria, letting the Novaria to provide so much vision on the map and so much poke damage even before the draft, before the match even starts, and they take the Valentina and hovering over the Bane to counter that.
That's true. I think giving Novaria out is not a good situation for Team Red, which is Team Misfit Mythicals. But I think they have gone, towards two OP bands. Two OP picks too, which will be Bane, a really flexible hero. I always mention that because he can go with either of the builds that he likes. According to the match, I think he is a really, really flexible hero. I think also
Your team is
Valentina.
picking.
I think if Team Blue, which is Team RNZ, choose to go on with heroes with an a great crowd controllable ultimates. I think Valentina will be really useful for Misfit Mythicals, and also you can see a Uranus pick. I could see Uranus being
Time and
picked
tide
by
wait for
many
no man
players
is
in the
building.
recent meta because I think his damage and the sustainability and also the durability that the hero has, I think casted in the gamers some really great opportunities with team fights and also one versus one situations. And also we can see an OP marksman pick being
See value
picked
in
by
me?
team
Your
uh,
team is
You
banned.
should.
R&D.
Yeah, I believe these picks have been quite standard, quite an easy going draft, if you need to call it. Nothing too crazy, nothing too haphazard. We have the Bane, who is very flexible, as you said. Did you know you can actually build him 5 different ways in one single game? You can build him 5 different ways, which makes him
I
such a
would
flexible hero,
rather
and
wait
the
for
Your
Valentina
your
as
team
well
is
war
to
picking.
be
than
able
let
to
the
take all the
war
ultimates away.
betray
So
me.
now Team RNG will be thinking up twice before they pick any big AoE or big CC options coming in from their side, knowing that the IMU can steal it away. And the Beatrix is just to finish the comp off to make sure that she can fit in the composition, as they do not have. She has 4 different types of damage output. The Brody being a counter towards the Beatrix, what they say, but I think it's a 50-50. The Yuzong being picked up as well to dive into the backline in
Wait for
towards
the
Novaria and
ultimate
give a tough time for
seconds.
this Brody. However, they are taking the Hanzo and the Hilda. This seems like a nice early game composition coming from Hilda to protect the Hanzo. However, it is not something that we see every time. Must be something of a pocket pick that they've been saving so far, or Shaju, who has picked up the Hanzo right now, must be a great Hanzo player.
Yeah, it's an interesting pick though with the Yuzong in action, the Black Dragon form being able to, uh, really rotate towards Hanzo's body while he is casting the ultimate. I think this must be a fearless Hanzo player in order to, pick Hanzo in the hands of Yuzong on the enemy team. And also we can see as the last pick, Beleric comes in. Interesting pick so far. I think that was really taken out to counter Uranus and also Hilda, maybe.
Yeah, you're
I'm
not wrong there. That Beleric pick is quite to counter the Uranus and the Hilda to make
Mhm.
sure that he locks them and taunts them into only attacking him and gets them away from his teammates. However, this
Mhm.
is not regular draft that we see going on in this tournament, where each and every hero that's been picked is off meta, like with the Hanzo, the Hilda, the Beleric,
Welcome
something
to
not
Mobile
really usual.
Legends.
And as we speak, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and friends of all ages, we get into the land of
5 seconds till the
Dawn for
enemy
this
reaches the
elimination bracket
battlefield.
match
Smash
for
them.
the today, which is the game 2
All
between
troops
rule
deployed.
number 0 and Misfit Mythicals. And looking at the draft, I can say having a Hanzo on your team, there's only one way to go. Be oppressive, go steal the jungles, do not give any time to the mid laner or the gold laner to farm up. Just be a pain for in the entire game.
Yes, true that. I think Bane will be really cautious now, and you look at Beleric going on towards the red buff, making sure that Hanzo is nowhere near the red buff. But I do not think that Hanzo's idea is stealing buffs because he is near the Litho Wanderer trying to. Yes, he used his skill on towards the Litho Wanderer, and I think Simovic is really safe at the moment in farming because Hanzo did not. Choose to invade the enemy jungle, and also the purple buff of Hanzo is still remaining, guys. So I think there must be, yeah, there must not be a possible invasion from team. The team Misfit Mythicals, but let's see what's going on. And a nice snipe. Yeah, hitting Beatrix though, but that damage was not enough to take her down because she was on really a great deal of HP. And I think Gosu General, okay, was in a bad situation, but he manages to escape as well. So that is how the match goes. And I think Uranus tried to rotate towards the top lane, but decides to come again. Okay,
Oh, the Bane takes out the Hanzo's body. Nobody there to protect it. The Hilda going in too deep. Goso General playing all the way from North America, not really showing map vision, not really caring about the vision for his teammates. I'm just kidding. He's not from North America, guys. He's not the real Goso General. Please don't be excited. But yes, to bring some spice into it, Goso General is playing, and he missed out on the opportunity to protect his teammates, trying to be in the face of the opponents, but forgot that he has his main job is to protect the body of this Hanzo. And Hanzo missing out on the turtle, which is a huge disadvantage, knowing that you're an early game jungler, you want to snowball, you want to put pressure on the mid laner, on the gold laner, not giving any space to this jungler Bane to farm up, and knowing that the jungle Bane has gone for the jungle emblem as well, he should be able to either build hybrid or go full tank to cancel out this damage coming in from the Hanzo.
Yes, true that, and we could see Nobuya giving out too much pressure towards the marksman, forcing him to retreat back towards the base and come again. And we can see in the EXP lane too, there was a heat conjuring up, but okay, I think Yuzong is also forced to.
And they forced out. Yeah, they forced out the Black Dragon farm over there from the Yuzong Hanzo, waiting it out. However, there were no objectives to take, and that was a safe Black Dragon farm to make sure that they do not get a kill on towards the Hanzo. Yuzong survives, lives to see another day, I would say.
Yeah, and the Hanzo comes in, guys. I think he will not be able to do much of a thing though, with the Beleric being in the gold lane with Beatrix. And also Valentina chooses to pick the Novaria's ultimate and give vision towards team Misfit Mythicals. But I don't think they are engaging at the moment though. I think both the teams are waiting for the turtle or a possible initiation, guys. And Novaria, giving out snipes really well from the beginning of the game itself. I think that was a two-man snipe shot. If this Novaria farms up, guys, I think it will be really nightmarish towards Team Misfit Mythicals.
We can see the Hanzo going in for the blue buff, trying to take that away from the Bane. However, he does not get it. The Bane is forced to use the Retribution, and the Hanzo goes in quite deep, forcing out the Black Dragon coming out from too easy for Genius, to make sure that this turtle should be quite an easy take for Shaju, who has already forced out this Retribution coming in from the Bane. However, Bane does have the deadly catch to secure objectives, which is quite a good ultimate to secure objectives, but should be an easy take for the turtle going in towards Team RNZ, and that was right. They have gotten, and you can see a pattern that's being played out in this game so far. They've been focusing on this gold lane, giving time for their Beatrix to farm up, and as we speak, Hanzo going in quite deep towards his Beatrix to make sure that she's not given any space. And as Belric sees this, he is there along with LY to make sure that the gold laner farms up and has an easier game. He should be quite an important part of this play because he should be able to carry the late game. And Novaria with the Astral Sphere trying to chunk down the damage, and Hanzo gets a solo kill in the mid lane on the Yuzong, which should free up some space for Uranus to push the bot lane as well.
I thought it would be the other way around, but look at Hanzo going out, towards Genius and taking him down, just as we did not expect it. Okay, so let's see. Gozu General is going towards Simovic and uses the deadly catch in order to escape. And okay, we can see a possible retreat coming in from Team RNZ. But look at that Novaria using a snipe yet again to secure a kill, guys. And also, okay, Gozu General was in a bad situation, but he manages to escape as well. And that was in the favor of no one, guys, because both two teammates were traded respectively. Okay, look at that. I think Hilda was in a pretty bad situation, but Fly chose to taunt her and get away. That was a nice escape coming in, but I think Fly should escape at the moment because otherwise Hanzo has a really great ultimate, to take people with low HP down in a second, guys.
You know what, Zoe? I want to see this Valentina taking this Hanzo's ultimate to make sure she can use it as well in the same manner and be oppressive, saying that hey, I can be you and take your ultimate away from you. But we saw another kill going towards the Hanzo. The Hanzo trying to get kills to make sure he can get a snowball going, and we can see this turtle being taken out by the Bane. However, the Hanzo does have a level advantage. The Hilda going in, the deadly catch being used. The turtle has been reset. However, the Hanzo taking the damage to the Valentina on a killing spree. He got 3 kills on this Hanzo right now. He's getting another. He's going in. We gets a double kill. And the Breath of the Dryads coming out by the Belric. However, not enough. Will the Brody get a kill from the Tona partner? He does. He gets a double kill. 4-0 trade coming out from this turtle fight, which Bane was too greedy, not knowing that he did not have any of his teammates around. And the Hanzo gets a free take on the mid lane as well. Now, this is where the Hanzo is the most deadliest, because once he has a little bit of space, once he's able to take down the mid lane, he is able to take down all these objectives, all these other farms in the jungle coming from the side of Team Misfit Mythicals. So this has caused quite the opening, especially given that they've taken 2 turrets in the top lane and the mid lane tier 3 turret.
Yeah, all the turrets remaining from Team RNZ, and we could see a possible domination for Team Misfit Mythicals in the early parts of the game. I really thought Team Misfit Mythicals had the upper hand because Bane really got Hanzo as the first blood. But here they go, guys, and they are going on and on towards Beleric and the deadly catch. Okay, 2 times.
Oh, they get away. The Hilda gets away with 1 HP. The Hilda gets away with 1 HP because of a passive, and the Beatrix as well, even after the torn apart memory. And nobody being is trying to take down the HPs of the opponents quite low, with these snipes coming in from the very far off. And we have this Lord going towards the Hanzo, the side of Team RNZ. Quite an easy take. And at this point, I can say this, that it seems like a losing game coming out from the side of Team Misfit Mythicals. However, we cannot say anything yet because they do have not a great gold advantage, just being 7k, knowing that the farm is there on the Beatrix and the Brody is not very much ahead. Oh, and the snipe shot coming in from the Beatrix to able to take down, and the Bane gets the last shot on this Brody to be able to take the kill. The Beatrix survives yet again with 1 HP. This Beatrix must have built something to make sure she can sustain. She does have the cloak that is used to give magic defense so that Novaria won't be able to take her down. However, the positioning coming in from the Beatrix is quite good, and as we speak, Hanzo takes down the tier 2 turret in the mid lane as the Lord marches down bot lane.
Yeah, true that. And look at how these, players are dodging in the damage coming in from the enemies and playing it safe, while some go on for the aggressive gameplay and getting punished for that. And also, okay, I always think that the safe gameplay will be so much advantageous towards you because the farm really matters. And also coming in a monster kill for Hanzo and taking Simovic down. I think if the Lord was here, this would be a really great advantage towards Team RNC to get the Lord again. And the first Lord was taken down somehow. And I think, okay, yet again Shaju is trying to go for the Valentina and a godlike. He is a really fearless Hanzo player, guys, because I really thought Hanzo was not an appropriate pick in this match, but here he goes, proving us all wrong, guys, playing it extraordinarily.
I mean, this is really great teamwork coming in from the side of Team RNZ, right? They have the Novaria to make sure they can poke that down, and while that's happening, Novaria Dhiru does give the call to Shaju saying that, hey, I've got this Beatrix low, I've got this Valentina low, you can just go and finish. And knowing that Hanzo's ultimate has a very short cooldown, as we can see Simovic over here camping this bush to take out the body of Hanzo, while nobody is there to check that out, and the Hanzo goes in. However, the Hanzo does escape. And as I was saying, Hanzo does have a very short cooldown on his ultimate, which gives him enough time to make sure he can harass the opponents. This is just harass coming in from the side of Team RNG. Taking down the mid lane inhibitor turret, going in for the base. Hanzo will try to take down the base as much as he can. They're chunking down at the crystal, and we have a team fight that's breaking out. Concentration used by the Uranus and the sprint speed used by the Hilda to disengage, to make sure that, hey, the Lord is coming up, guys. Let's not overcome it. Let's go for the Lord. Let's make sure we secure this game. And the Novare with the Astral Sphere and the communication is that Hanzo does try to go for it. However, takes the enemies down low, saying that you cannot come anywhere close near this Lord. This Lord should be quite an easy take for Team RNG.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna wait for the Lord to go towards the second phase to be enhanced, but no, they are taking it down at that moment, and it's not a 12-minute slot, so I aggressive yet. But I think they will be able to finish with a great team fight here with the Lord coming in towards this team Misfit Mythicals, and I think probably they will be able to take down the base if they focus on the guys. And look at that, the minions are coming, from all the 3 lanes, and I think they are not really enhanced minions, so it would be easy for Team Misfit Mythicals to clear that minion. And okay, Hanzo is going in, legendary coming in for Hanzo. That was really great. A base rush still coming in for Hanzo, and I think the Lord is attacking the base. Look at that, top coming in for Genius on Yuzong. This time, look at that, guys. I think you're really focused on the base tower, and with the Lord to back him up, he was really able to take down the base tower, and that was a great victory, totally dominating over Team Misfit Mythicals. The victory goes to Team RNZ, and I think Team Misfit Mythicals will be unfortunately eliminated of the tournament. And congratulations towards Team RNZ for qualifying towards the next round of the lower bracket. So that was an intense game, Kronos, if you ask me.
That is very true. Did you see towards the end, like you said, they didn't want to wait for the 12-minute Lord. Uranus saying, hey, I've already taken down the top and the mid lane inhibitors. I'll just take this bot one. Why do we need the level 2 Lord when we don't need him charging towards any turrets? Just take the Lord and go into the base. And at the same time, Beatrix trying to damage Uranus, and she used her basic attacks coming in from the Nibiru. However, as soon as she did the damage, there was enough heal and regen coming in from the Uranus that he healed back up instantly. So they weren't able to burst him down, especially if you look at the builds. The Beatrix did not have the Malefic Roar to go towards this penetration on this Uranus, especially after you build the Dreadnought armor and the Brute Force breastplate along with the Dominance Ice. And he had the Warrior Boots as well, so he has a lot of physical damage, physical defense, and the same with the Hilda with the complete anti-cuirass, and Hanzo just had enough damage just to zone away the backline. This is a game where you have an assassin zoning away the backline, and you just have the rest of them just chunking at the base. The Brody didn't really get the time to shine. If the game would have gone for another 2 minutes, I think the Brody would have had an amazing time knowing that his team is there to protect him. And at this point, Beatrix wasn't even prioritizing the Malefic Roar. She was just prioritizing the Wind of Nature, as you can see. And it was a very well-deserved victory going towards Team RNZ.
Yes, true that. And yet again, congratulations towards Team RNZ for qualifying towards the next round of the elimination brackets, the lower brackets. And so let's see. So we'll be back again with the game number 3. I'm Zoe signing off for now. Alongside with me, I have my co-caster who is Kronos. And do not tune out of the the live stream, guys, and do make sure that you subscribe to our channel and click that notification, the bell icon, to get the notifications once we start live. And we'll be back with another intense game tonight. So do not go anywhere. Just wait for us, guys.
We will be back, guys.
Give me some, I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cop, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some, I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Wheel on the beat, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Wheel on the beat, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Wheel on the beat, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Wheel on the beat, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Wheel on the beat, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Wheel on the beat, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Wheel on the beat, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Wheel on the beat, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Wheel on the beat, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Wheel on the beat, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On the mean, I take the key. When I mean, I take the key. When I mean, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On the mean, I take the key. When I mean, I take the key. When I mean, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On the mean, I take the key. When I mean, I take the key. When I mean, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On the mean, I take the key. When I mean, I take the key. When I mean, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On the mean, I take the key. When I mean, I take the key. When I mean, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On the mean, I take the key. When I mean, I take the key. When I mean, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On the mean, I take the key. When I mean, I take the key. When I mean, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On the mean, I take the key. When I mean, I take the key. When I mean, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On the mean, I take the key. When I mean, I take the key. When I mean, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On the mean, I take the key. When I mean, I take the key. When I mean, I get give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. Look on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. On my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. On my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. On my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. On my clock in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get clean. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I mean to take the key. When I mean to get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I mean to take the key. When I mean to get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I mean to take the key. When I mean to get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I mean to take the key. When I mean to get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I mean to take the key. When I mean to get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I mean to take the key. When I mean to get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I mean to take the key. When I mean to get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I mean to take the key. When I mean to get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder cake. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I mean to take the key. When I mean to get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. Not a mean to take the key. When I mean to take the key. When I mean to get give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Good on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get clock. Whipping on the scene when I get.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Midsummer Meet Tournament. At this stage, we have the third game for the day, where the winner will be proceeding to face the next opponent in the next match. And we have Brown Blushy Cuties on the blue side and the Renegades on the red side. And joining me, we have Linwl, all the way coming in from the northeast, moving down to the south. And this time he is here in the land of dawn, trying to give his insight towards both the teams. What do you have to say about both the teams, Linwl?
Hello. Yeah. Not really much to say until we see the draft phase, but I think today we have really strong teams here. Team Renegades have been really good, proper players who have been keeping their status like Q for a couple of seasons. And BBQT also, as we've seen this tourney so far, they've been playing really well. They went against yesterday. They went against team. If I'm not mistaken, it's the IB
Oh,
team.
they won.
Was it?
They won.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They
I think
won
so.
yesterday.
They just won. Yeah, true.
Yeah, so they're playing really well yesterday also. So it'll be an interesting game to see which side will outplay the other in draft, and we'll see. We might see a lot of team fight. I mean, they might be breaking out as both teams really like to take fights early on. And we'll be moving on to the draft phase.
Yeah, well, on that note, we should move on to the draft. And as Linwl said, both these teams like to pick team fights, and we should be seeing a big ultimates coming in from both sides. Something like the Fatal Links on the Atlas, the Deadly Catch from the Bane, or the Alpha Ultimate, the maybe Tesla's Penalty Zone. We have a lot over here. We have 100+ heroes in this game. So let's see what each side will be picking right now and banning out. So on the first ban phase we have first ban coming in from BBQTs. I think it should be a standard, maybe a Mincetar or a Novaria, maybe an Arlot, a Joy, I would say.
Yeah, those are the standard bans. Yeah, might be possible. But yesterday we saw, okay, it's a Franco ban. That's
not
pretty
so standard after all.
Yeah. That's to be expected though, as Aether from Team Renegades is a really good Franco user. So I guess Team BBQT knows this and they counter ban that. And we'll be seeing Ashware with the first ban for Team Renegades, and they go for Xavier, who's a really good zoner and has really good util and damage.
The falling stars brought us here.
Yeah, they don't want to give any late game prowess towards the side of BBQTs, knowing that they have a good mage player, and Xavier is one of those mages that's being picked up quite often and has the damage with the global ultimate, and he can scale towards late game along with the CC as well. And BBQT is actually taking away the Novaria, not wanting to pick it for themselves, and Renegades take away the Valentina.
This ban might be because, as you said earlier, they're going for big ults like the Fatal Links of Atlas, so they don't want the Valentina to take those ults, so they're banning that. And we'll be seeing BBQT with the first pick of this match. Evil Shadow here.
Go for it. Go for the first pick Atlas, like why not?
True.
Hey, show the opponents hey, I'm here to play. Oh, and they go for the Kaja. You said big ultimates. We have a big ultimate. The Divine Judgment. The only suppression left after the Franco is being taken out. However, the Kacha can be countered by picking tanky opponents, but not so much if there is damage there is enough damage coming to the side of BBQT. And speaking of tanky opponent, we have the one only Fredrin. However, the lockdown being the Beatrix coming from the Ashura and the Fredrin coming in from the Kurama.
Yeah, BBQT with a really good read on Team Renegades with the Kaja pick, but Renegades counterpick this with the really tanky and meta heroes who have been dominating this series so far. And BBQT goes for the Eve and Glue. Glue opens up so much space for his team, and Eve can counter so many team fights that are startup or initiate. She's a really good follow-up for their team.
Yeah, they just want that kill box, they just want the real world manipulation where they place the box down and let's fight. And Renegade saying, hey, you want to put the box down, we'll knock you up with the Minoan Fury taking away the Minotaur. and leaving the. I think they should be banning out probably a marksman over here, making sure this Beatrice has a better laning phase. Maybe take out, or they take out the Diggy, showing that hey, we want this Minoan Fury to actually be alive, keep us in the game since we have the lockdown with the Divine Judgment. And if you have the Diggy, that'll just be too much for them to take. However, the Diggy does not make any sense over here. Maybe they're suspecting this Kaja to go into the jungle. That could be something of a flex pick, however, not so much. And takes away the farmers to make sure this Gloon has a better time in this game.
Yeah, both teams really banning the correct heroes for their who would counter their lineups, and really smart picks, really smart bans right now. And we're gonna see Aether with the pick against this comp. What's he gonna complement his teammates with? We'll only have to find out and see.
Yeah, maybe a Lapu Lapu, maybe a Farsa just to counter the high ground, and he goes for the use zone to make sure he can dive towards the back line. And you know what, Linwl, did you know when you turn into the Black Dragon form exactly at the same time when Kaja uses the Divine Judgment, you can actually cancel out that suppress?
Well, it's not exactly cancel, but you can't move. But you'll just be going in a straight line. But yeah, that's a really good pick. Here, Yu Zong against Glue. It's decent if you know how to play against his S1. And we have a Bane pick here coming in from Team BBQT, Luffy. And the Mincetar pick also really lot of AoE and teamfight usage here from Team BBQT, and it's going to be really interesting in how Team Renegades answers this. Oh, and they do by picking Lunox here, who counters some of the enemies in Team BBQT's lineup, but it's rather hard to play around in this setup.
I mean, if you look at it, both the teams are looking for that mid-game spike. They're looking to spike up around the 3 or 4 minute mark where I can feel that the team fights will break out in the 3 or the 4 minute mark. Since the Mincetar does have the King's Calling and a lot of AoE damage coming in the real world manipulation with the deadly catch, you can see all that happening in that kill box that I was talking about. And we have a lot of AoE coming in from the side of the Renegade as well. Just that this Lunox they were suspecting this Bane will go for the jungle emblem, be a little tanky, so it'll be hard to burst down. So they're taking Lunox, who is also a tank shredder with all the damage. And Lunox going in the jungle, actually. That's something that we did not see. And ladies and gentlemen, with that surprise emblems, we'll say we are going into the land of dawn. Aether actually taking this Lunox into the jungle with the jungle emblem, not something we see every day. Probably a specialty coming in from Aether. What would you say, since you know them better, Linwl?
Yeah, 4 of their Team Renegades on the red buff here. They really know what they're trying to do in this match by giving the early lead to the Lunox. Ferdinand is also going to be in mid lane. That means he is going to participate most of the time in team fights. And Fredrin and Mino with the CC combo can provide so much space for the Lunox. It's going to be interesting how Team BBQT answers to this play.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite surprising. They're going for the Fredrin in the mid lane, and they're going for Lunox in the jungle, letting the Lunox scale, giving her the space to farm since she does not get any enough. And as we speak, the Glue being a menace already, the first blood going in towards the side of BBQT is on K with the Yuzong. That is just a solo outplay there. As we see the fight breakout with Lethal Wanderer does go towards the side of BBQT's the Luffy being a menace with his passive, trying to take down the hook does miss from Mincetar. Lunox being taken quite low forward. He does have the regen coming in from the light form of the first skill, and Luffy being taken low, he should be able to heal up with the second skill, the Ale, and Minotaur also has heal coming in from his second skill as well. That's quite a lot of heal and utility coming out. And the Beatrix taking this Kaja quite low. Fredrin gets the kill on the Kaja. The Kaja overcommitting for that one particular trade, and Bane uses the Retribution on this Lunox. Should be getting a double kill there. He should, and the Minotaur does get away, and the Minotaur flickers out, and the taunt coming in from the Fredrin to show that he can save his teammate. That was a 1-for-1 trade, however, not a worth it trade coming in from the side of Renegade, as they lose the jungler for a roamer in this, from the side of BBQTs and Renegades. And as we speak, the first turtle is up.
Yeah, I feel like Team Renegades slightly overcommitted there, while the Bane was farming and he got his level 4, Lunox was still level 3. They had a general good idea of what they had to do, but slightly overcommitted, and that's thus paying the price. Or we might see potential like aggressive play by Team Renegades here. Okay, never mind. They just back off since Kaja has his ultimate, and most of the scaling is higher onto Team BB Cuties. And we see here it's a potential gank that might happen on the goal lane against the Beatrix, but Team Renegade has this read and are rotating to top. They might catch them off guard and get a good picks here. Oh, Minotaur jumping on to two people. Ults, all of them are getting stunned. Two of them goes down. Team BBQT taking 2 losses. Luffy is trying to back here, gets stunned by the Kurama, and guy goes down to Team Renegades, taking 3 really important kills.
That was a 3-for-0 trade, and you know what? I just realized, Linwl, if you look at the lineups, BBQTs do not have a marksman. They do not have any scaling damage towards the late game. The Bane is building tanky as well with this jungle emblem. So they are really, truly looking for this early mid-game power spike, which is not going as planned, as Killua on the Minotaur and Kurama on the spread, proving a nuisance to their front line, being the front line, tanky front line that they're not able to melt as well. And looking at the side of Renegades, they do have the Beatrix and the Lunox who scale into the late game. The deadly catch being used along with Nibiru's passion, the taunt coming in from Kurama, the railgun manipulation, and the King's Calling being used to take down Lunox. And Kaja over there did not use the Divine Judgment yet. However, the kill goes to Eve on the Fredrin, and that is a 2-for-1 trade and into the favor of the side of Team BBQTs. That's probably the CC that nobody talks about, the Caster's Curse, where I just spoke about it, and next thing you know, they get the kill. And Minotaur with the Minoan Fury gets a kill on the Mincetar. Man, I'm just cursing these teams left, right, and center. I just spoke about it once, they had a fight, they lost that. I spoke about it once, they had this fight, and they won it. What can I say?
Yeah, a lot of fights happening. The early aggression is real on both teams here. And we might see another fight that might break here in the turtle lane. Zhuzong trying to go in on 2 people, but Bane gets the turtle. They might go down, however, because of this. Lunos getting the kill on Kaja. Bane slightly escaping with 1 HP. No, Fredrin flickers and taunts him, giving the kill to Lunox, double kill. And it's only the glue left, however. We see the goal laner does go down to the mage and Mincetar in top lane. Glue might escape here, but I think he's going to die. Yep, it's a 3-for-1 trade for Team Renegades against BBQT.
I mean, Lunox is the tank shredder already. She shredded the glue like he was nothing, taking him down to the very last HP and taking a kill on him as well. And Renegades realizing the game plan of BBQTs, knowing that they want this mid-game power spike, they want this early game to be on their side and not giving them any space to breathe, even though they have the late game, trying to create an opening for themselves and make this an easier game coming on from the side of Renegades. And their front line with Kurama and Aether providing them as much vision as possible. And I saw Killua, and as we speak, Killua goes down towards the card of Divine Judgment. The King's Calling being used along with the railgun manipulation. A lot of AoE damage. Ashura does flicker out, and the kill on Kurama goes towards the Bane. And the Lunox using Brilliance to get out of Will She. She does not. The Crystal does take down, give a little bit slow, and a shutdown going towards the Mincetar. Their gold lane seems like this is the new meta. Don't play Marksman on the gold lane. Just pick the Mincetar and just snowball your way to victory.
Yeah, Team BBQT's picks here are really interesting, as the Mincetar's King's Calling and these teammates' AoE ultimates like enabled so much outplay and gave so much space for Team BBQT. Renegades just couldn't move or do anything because of the anti-dash, and we see they're dominating the map right now. And there might be, they're trying to get this Yuzong, but I think it's gonna ult away. But this might cost him his turret because of the coming minion wave, and Team Renegade is seizing on this opportunity and taking the turtle. Meanwhile, the King's Calling coming from the Mincetar onto 2 people. Minotaur popping the Minion's Fury, not getting any kills. Most of the players really low right now, but Eve does go down, and it's just the Mincetar backing away as Team BBQT's allies try to help him.
And they let that Mincetar get away for free, for nothing. He did everything. He overextended. Kaja with the Divine Judgment on Kurama, and he still gets away because he's tanky enough. Globe the split spread, trying to go on top of the spread. He does get on top of him with the grab and the slam. Will he be able to get a kill on this? The Kurama going in towards his turret to make sure this glue does get off his back, and he does. Oh, that was quite a costly fight coming in from the side of BBQTs, overextending, knowing that they do not have any pressure for the late game, trying to take the advantage as much as they can that they have created in this mid game. And Renegades realizing that and trying to get away, not giving too much space. And that seems like quite a fruitful fight. However, not many kills going in. Kurama quite low. The real one manipulation being used at the hook, and the king stalling. The mid-star gets two of them, gets two, and that's a double kill going towards the Bane. The right person they want to funnel the kills to, and that's a 2-for-0 trade. That Mincetar is on fire, you can say. He's a 3-2-5 KDA. Forget the 2 deaths that he's had. He has been a menace, taking part in about 80% of the team's fight. And the detachment coming in. Glue gets a kill on this Yuzong, and Team BBQT is realizing their power spike and putting on the pressure on the side of Team Renegades.
Yeah, Baby Cutie has just been using whatever they can. They've been pushing and applying pressure on all the lanes. We see almost all the first tier towers down, and then one of the second tier tower and top lanes also down. They have the lead in farm. They're taking map control, the jungle. Our Team Renegades not being able to answer this. The Lord is coming up in 40 seconds, and we might see a play that might happen in there, but okay, most of the team gather in mid lane. Mr. lands the hook, Minotaur ults 3 people though, but no one's dying. Instead, Lunox goes down, Bane gets double kill, triple kill onto the Fragrant. Yuzong here coming in with the backup, might secure this dub for his teammate, gets the Mincetar though, but he's really low and has to back. Team Baby Cutie steamrolling on their enemies.
Hey, who needs Franco when you have the hook of Mincetar, right? Take away the Franco from Aether and don't give him the Mincetar, both being hooks. Here, they are showing that they are here to play Cole 4446. Let's just call him Cole 46. Colonel 46 here to play, showing that he's the better hooker compared to Aether. Not giving him the Franco, realizing it as a respect ban and taking that away. Glue diving in too deep, trying to make sure he can harass the enemies. However, the Lord does go to the side of BBQT's Bane with the Lord going into the jungle. I think BBQTs are overextending. They're committing the real world manipulation as well. The split coming onto the Frederick. Possibly the wrong target, not the one that you want. The Brilliance taking the Lunox out. The Glow does get away. The Black Dragon being popped defensively to make sure he can zone the enemies away. Will the Frederick go down? He does to the Mincetar. And another kill will be going towards this Glow. And that is quite a cost. That's a 3-for-0 trade with the Lord marching down the bot lane. They do have 25 seconds to spawn. Will that be enough time for them to be there to defend their bases? As we can see, the mid lane and the bot lane are being rushed. The top lane will be a slow push for this Lord. Will they be able to end, realizing that this is the power spike in this game, not giving any time, and the Dark Farm and the Brilliance being used by Lunox to get away, the real one manipulation being popped, and the Lunox will go down, and the Godlike towards this Bane and Glue being a menace in the backline. Beatrix does go into the base and take down the Glue. However, the Lord is marching in, and the game goes towards the side of Brown Blushy Cuties, who will advance into the next match.
Yeah, that was an amazing match. Brown Blushy Cuties played really well in the end, with the zoning and their damage to the enemy team. The Kaja knew exactly when to ult. When the Minotaur tried to use his flicker ult, the Minion's Fury onto 4 of the enemy teams, Kaja ulted him and cancelled it, and that provided 3 kills for his teammates. And it seems like the team Renegades tried to execute a certain plan, but they seem to have a lack of miscommunication. Sometimes some of their teammates wasn't around, the Beatrix wasn't around in most of the team fights, and Team BBQT capitalized on this and then took down most of the allies of Team Renegades and secured this dub.
You know what you call this, Linwl? This is called textbook, my friend. This is textbook game planning, execution, draft, all being done perfectly by Team BBQTs. They realized they knew what the game plan was, leaving the Mincetar towards the last pick, picking up in the gold lane, making sure that they can snowball their way to victory, knowing that they had the early advantage. Yes, they had mishaps in the early game, but when they got to the mid game, that is their true power spike, with all the skills being online, all the damage coming in, the slows, along with the divine judgment. knowing that they made the most of it and kept the ball rolling all from the top of the hill. And Renegades weren't just able to respond; they were not given any time to breathe. And that is why we can say that this was a textbook victory going in towards the side of BBQT. However, it does give us a little bit of time to talk about the items, the itemization, and the damage coming in. And
Yes.
I don't see anything out of the ordinary, anything that you see out of the ordinary here, Linwl, that could possibly have made the difference.
No, the item set, build set, is really smart here, as we see Kaja going for the antique cuirass first to reduce the damage on both the side laners, the Beatrix as SMG, as well as the Yuzong, who's passive, it has a damage stack scaling. So like he had this idea of being being a tank, but also supporting massively for his teammates. And the glue went for the anti-dominance ice, which is really strong against the Minotaur, Fredrin, and Yuzong. And both the enemy team, I mean, the rest of his teammates has really good pick sets. The mage went for the dominance and dominance ice. It's the Ice Queen 1. Just provided so much slow, so much movement reduction with, and as well, you put that together with the King's Calling. The enemy team just can't move. They can't do anything. They can't dash. They get CC'd also, and then the damage just keeps on stacking. The Bane's ultimate, the passive, it just goes on, and Team Renegades just couldn't answer that. I'd say they all, most of the Kaja and the Glue played a really important role with their item set, while Minstar set up really well for his team with the King's Calling and the hooks, which were amazing.
Yes, you said it perfectly, my friend. That was a perfectly executed game plan coming in from the side of BBQTs. And I believe Renegades was just taken aback, not really realizing that they thought they had the time in towards the late game where they can scale, where they had the Lunox who can scale towards the late game, the Beatrix, the Yuzong can be a menace, the Fredrin can get tankier, the Minotaur can get tankier. However, BBQT is realizing that, not giving them the time, choking them down within the 11-minute mark. Just 10 minutes and 53 seconds this game went on. And with that, my friends, we should be taking a short break and coming in for the last game for the day. It should be BBQTs versus
Imperial Lords. Yeah.
Wow, there we go. Yeah. And we will be back soon.
Yeah.
Give me some, I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cop, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some, I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some, I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some, I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, to take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some, I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some, I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get crank. Lean on the beat, on me, to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cop, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get quick. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, the take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Yeah, on my clock, in this cop, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheeling on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock, mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this this cop mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some, I'ma catch a murder. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some, I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some, I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some, I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some, I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get on my clock, in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some, I'ma catch a murder case. On my clock, in this cock mask on my face. Hesitate to give me some, I'ma catch a murder case. Dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get dirty on the clock when I get guap. Whipping on the scene when I get creep. Being on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get
Hello guys, welcome back to match 4 of the MLBB Midsummer Tourney. Today we have Team Imperial Lords versus Team BBQT, the qualifiers of the previous match, which was up against Renegades, and Team BBQT performed really well in that match with their drafting and picks, and we might see a really interesting match that might happen as Team Imperial Lords were the winners of the qualifiers of the previous round. When they went against like a really good team, and then it might be an interesting match that we're up for today.
And the question here, Linwl, is consistency. Will BBQT be consistent enough with the same gameplay to actually outplay the opponents in the draft and like perfectly execute it to make sure they'll have this victory? Or will Team Imperial Lord show that they have won the previous qualifiers not by luck but by grit and through true skill? So as we speak, we should be going into the draft for this match.
Your team is
And
banned.
speaking of the draft, what do you think will be the bans coming out from this side, Linwl? Maybe we're looking at the same first few bans.
The
What would you
falling
say?
stars brought us
Oh,
here.
okay. We have a Novaria pick, ban coming from the team Imperial Lords, which is a similar ban that happened by Team Renegades. And Team BBQT might go for a similar lineup, which they took from the previous game, like banning the priorities heroes like Franco. Okay, they go for the Joy ban, which is understandable as Joy could go to the backline and disrupt Team BBQT's setup a lot. As we've seen, their gameplay involves clumping up together and grouping up. So the Joy ban is a really good pick, good ban.
Team BBQT with the Joy ban, they are showing that at this game they want to pick up a marksman to make sure that they will be able to take the game into the late game, have some reassurance in terms of late game heroes. And we're seeing the Minsita ban, that could be just a standard ban or it could be a respect ban going towards Colonel 46. I believe that should be a respect ban coming in because seeing the previous game, how he played, he was fantastic on that Minsita, leading his team to victory from the gold lane. And they have the Minotaur ban as well.
Yeah, a lot of AoE bans here from both teams, and it's understandable. So, and we could see a possible a glue pick here by Team Imperial Lords or a strong side laner. Who knows what's in store for us by Milkshake over here. And we'll just have to see what they go for, which lineup they're going for.
This time.
And we see, oh, it's a standard Xavier pick with a good zoning, ultimate, and scaling. And the team BBQT counters this with the early glue pick. Okay, it's going to be really strong pick by Evil Shadow here, and Cold 4446 might go for the Yuzong. I'm not sure which lanes are they going to. It might be a possible no marksman lineup again coming from BBQT, but no, they go for the Kaja pick, which is a safe option against to mess with the minds of Team Imperial Lords.
I think they did play in the Kaja in the previous game as well, and that Kaja was played to perfection, knowing when to ult, making sure they do not have any space, and always breathing down on the necks of the opponents. And with that, they should be able to counter this. They are not giving him any space and takes down. And they take the Lapu coming in from the side of Imperial Lords and the Kufa to make sure that they will be able to dive to the back line since they have taken away the Joy. And the Sicilian pick not really looking that safe here, if you ask me, for a mage. Since they have the Kufa and the Lapu already being locked in, they still, however, lock in the Sicilian, knowing that the Sicilian is going to be a great pick for them in the late game, prioritizing their late game mage. And the ban coming in from the Faram is to make sure that they won't be able to counter the glue, even though they have picked up the mage and the tank. That is quite a suspicious ban. And to round us off, they should be banning out maybe a Bane ban coming in. The 1-1 being banned out.
Okay, the 1-1 ban slightly reasonable as Kufra and Lapu does not seem to do really well against 1-1 in this lineup. Being Kaja and Glue here disrupting the enemy's lineups and backlines. So I think like they're trying to go for slightly. They're trying to set up their Sicilian and possible Gushan pick here, and there might. Okay, it's a Leslie pick coming here from Cole 446, the Mincetar player from last game, and will he be able to handle this Brody pick by Monk from Imperial Lords? We'll just have to see how the play go. It'll be dependent on their map awareness and the backup provided by their team.
I mean, the team is showing two extremes, right? The previous game they went for no marksman at all, no late game, entire early to mid game team. And at this point they're showing us that hey, we can play late game as well. We're gonna take the Sicilian for the ultra late game. We're gonna take the Leslie who has the true damage. We do not care as to how much defense you build. And to answer that, they have picked the Bane and the Brody. Brody should be able to contest a lot of neutral objectives, I would say, with this kind of a lineup, to have the Ufra and Lapu to zone the opponent's backline. However, we do have an superb jungle coming in from the side of BBQT. What do you have to say about the looking at the draft so far, Linwood?
Well, I think Team BBQT might be in for a hard time this match because the Bane, Lapu Lapu pick and Kufra pick might prove difficult for their setup as it prevents a lot of movement and mobility from their setup, and they might have difficulty in the early game phase. But I feel like they might snowball in the mid to late, and we see the export pick here. Not that not that often against a Bane, but who knows? Luffy just might snowball here as they needed some early game since they have Leslie and Sicilian who are slightly late game scalers, so it'll be a bit hard for their early game, so they got export pick, I guess.
And ladies and gentlemen, as we speak, we go into the land of dawn for the final game for the night between Team Imperial Lords versus Team BBQTs, both of them having late game prowess as well, along with a little bit of early and mid game damage coming in from both sides. Quite a standard draft and standard rotation. We're seeing both the roamers going into the gold lane to protect their marksmen to make sure they have quite an easy time. Both the junglers starting out on the buff towards the side of the Lethal Wanderer. Maybe we will see a contest coming in. However, the Kaja takes this Kufra down quite low, and the same towards the Brody as well. Leslie proving that she has early game damage after that buff which she got a couple of seasons ago, showing that she's here to play and zoning Brody away from the minions, taking down potential gold that is coming towards the side of Team Imperial Lodge. Kufra with the Tyrant's Rage taking down the taking down the Kaja a little bit low. However, to no avail as both the junglers will go towards the side of their respective buffs and try to gank the bot lane after reaching the respective level 4s.
Yeah, Team BBQT here, knowing exactly what they want to do, zoning and poking as much as possible, denying gold to the enemy gold laner. And we see a Sicilian here rotate here onto the gold lane to apply slightly more pressure to the low HP Kufra and Brody. But I feel like they're going to back here as the Lord is coming up in 28 seconds, and blue team, Team Imperial Lords might answer to this. Okay, we see a Bane and Xavier rotating to mid slightly. Imperial Lords not knowing what they want to do, but it seems they're gonna go for the Leslie to shut her down and give a slight lead to their marksman. But the turtle is coming out in 3 seconds, and Team BBQT has map control over this area. They can take this turtle, and the Bane slightly hesitant to go for this. Team Imperial Lords coming up here, trying to help their Bane. Blues onto the Bane, backing off. Both teams here trying to engage Turtle really low HP, goes down to the X-Borg. And the Kaja jump uses Divine Judgment onto Lapu Lapu. Might escape in low HP, but goes down to the Sicilian. Kufra here, low half HP. And Team BBQT looking really strong, still wanting to fight. X-Borg here is really low, goes down to the Xavier, and it's a 1-for-1 trade, while their jungler from Team BBQT does go down.
I mean, that was quite a smart turtle fight picked by BBQT. Right? Just before the turtle spawn, they made sure to get the Lapu Lapu quite low to make sure he will not be able to contest this turtle. And on the top lane, as we speak, the Kaja gets a kill on this Brody. The early rotation coming in after the turtle to make sure that this Leslie has a much better lane. And as I was saying, the turtle fight was really good. However, BBQT is slightly overextending and losing out on a potential goal lead to be able to snowball this game. However, Kufra is going in towards on this Kaja and to no avail, and the kill score being 2-1, and the goal lead not more than 1,000 at this moment.
Yes, Team Imperial Lord does, however, want to take this. Okay, Kufra uses the ult onto the Kaja, catches him off guard, and they did what they were trying to do. They tried to bring back the goal lead and try to upset it by taking out the Kaja roamer. And we do see a turtle that's about to spawn in 28 seconds. And Team BBQT right now slightly struggling as to the lack of map control, but they will engage on this, if I'm thinking. We did see earlier that the Leslie did Flicker while using her ultimate to show dominance onto the Brody, who might go down right now, but flickers away, thus leaving an opportunity for Team Imperial Lords as they have low HP in their teammates. And Kufra jumps into the Kaja, but Kaja flickers away, wasting the Bane ultimate. But this might prove useful for future fights here. Kaja uses Divine Judgment onto Kufra. Lapu uses a flicker ultimate onto the enemy team, but misses. Xavier taking down 2 of Team BBQT's members to really low HP, and Lapu capitalized on this by getting another kill onto the mage, Sicilian.
That was quite a good team fight, right? The Kufra baiting out the flicker from the Kaja, even though that Bane used deadly catch in that fight, knowing that the flicker is on a 2-minute cooldown. Even with the emblem, pull yourself together, it should be about a 1-minute cooldown. That was quite a good team fight, quite calculated team fight coming in from the side of Team Imperial Lords. Very good communication, I can say. And splitting the team up between the mage and the marksman, trying to take the fight towards one singular target, where Lapu will use the bravest warrior to go back to the back line and take down the Sicilian. Quite a very well executed game plan coming in from the side of Imperial Lodge, showing the high caliber, high skill level in this particular fights, and easy to take away the turtles, especially knowing that the Bane does have the deadly catch to secure that.
Yeah, we do see a pause though happening here from the side of BQT. It seemed to be a slight technical issue, but so far as the game has progressed, we're in the 5-minute mark, and we've seen both teams play really well, know exactly what they want to do, executing their objectives, and we're at the tied score of 3-3 with the goal lead slightly being on Team BBQT. I think a 900 goal lead, with the stats more over to the Mage and the Roamer, who've been participating in team fights a lot, and Team Imperial Lords are not behind as they have the map awareness, the vision, the rotate, the communication, the Lapu coming in from the bot lane to help their teammates, and it's a really nice balanced playset by both teams.
They should all come down to the timing of both the Romans, right? The Kufla with a nice timing to make sure to bait out this flicker coming in from the Kaja. The Kaja's flicker is much more important, since that once you burn that flicker, you will take away that engage tool that Kaja has, and Team BBQT cannot really be aggressive once they have taken that Kaja pick. When they've taken the flicker out from the Kaja, but however, the Kufra does have the dive towards the backline with the Titan's Rage. So it should be easier for him to dive into the backline, even though he doesn't have the flicker. And as we speak, we are going back into the game, and we are continuing from where we left off. And we can see that the Kufra is charging his Titan's Rage with the flicker onto the Kaja, along with the Titan's Revenge. That gets them quite low, and Brody should get this kill quite easily in the top lane. That was quite the setup coming in from your daddy. And he, with that beautiful flicker onto the Kaja, knowing that the Kaja doesn't have the flicker, which he burned quite a while ago, gets a beautiful set on that. And he's charging once again, misses the Titan's Rage this time on towards Sarah. And the bot lane being left quite free, pushes in on its own and glue zoning them away from this mid lane, trying to protect Sarah and this Sicilian, who is required to scale into the late game. However, Lapu leaving his turret open does mean that the tier 3 turret does go down on the bot lane, and pressure coming in on the top side. We have a 3-4-man gang. Kufra no flicker does go in. However, the damage coming in from the Xbox is just too much. The deadly catch does take away the shield from the Firar armor from the Xbox, and gets the Xavier's Dawning Light gets a kill on this Leslie. Brody gets another kill. A Divine Judgment coming in towards the Bane. And however, to no avail, Brody does have the torn apart memory. Will he use that? He does not. He did use it before. The Bravest Warlord going in towards the Sicilian. Warlord rotating all the way from the bot lane to the very top lane to make sure he can take part of this team fight. Blue with the split going onto the Brody to get a kill. He does get a kill he gets a shutdown on this Brody. Kufra trying to get a kill onto this Kaja, and the Dawning Light steals the deal, while the Blue is quite overextending in this fight, and this should be quite an easy turtle going in towards the side of Imperial Lord.
Yeah, I feel like Team BBQT didn't know exactly what to do there. Team Imperial Lord had everyone set up in that lineup. They were ready to take the team fight here. We have a Kufra charging onto the blue, taking him down and giving the kill to Xavier. However, I don't think they're going to capitalize anymore, and they're trying to back as Team BBQT is trying to reinforce. Kaja catches the Bane with a Divine Judgment and gives the kill to the Export. Leslie here is really low, might go down to the Xavier, but I think this might be an equal exchange as both team backs off. We see the Brody does take the mid lane, however, and gets the mid tower, the first tier tower, and there's a rotate coming in here. Export does slightly overextending in the top lane here, and Team BBQT trying to set up another team fight in top lane while all this is happening.
Seems like the team doesn't really care about the bot lane, do they? They leave that lane quite empty, taking the fight towards the top lane. The Brody did open the map up for his team, which makes it easier for them to be able to get into the jungle, steal away this jungle creeps. Leslie with the snipe coming out to make sure that she can get a vision on the map, just knowing that there's only the Lapu Lapu here. That is quite a lot of damage coming in. The knockback from the Leslie, he gets a kill on this Lapu Lapu, and in the bot side we see that the Xbox gets a kill on the Brody. That's a 2-for-none trade. Glue with quite the setup, and Sicilian gets the claws as well and shut down on the Xavier. Killing spree going in towards the Xbox while the Leslie takes a turret in the top lane as well. That is quite a fruitful fight for the team BBQT, and they should be able to secure this mid lane as well and open the map for themselves, as they've taken all the tier 3 or tier 1 turrets, as you would say, and should be able to invade into the jungles of the side of Imperial.
Yes, Team BBQT playing really strong with their setup. They know they're strong in team fights. They've been applying pressure on both the top and bot lanes and succeeding in that. Team Imperial was slightly behind, but trying their best. We see a slightly delay in map vision because of the dominance of Team BBQT. And I feel like as the map opens, Team Imperial Lords might be able to shine here with the Lapu Lapu as being the absence of turrets. They might be able to do something with this setup as Kufra jumps into the bush, catches no one, but almost goes down to the Sicilian. Bane starts up with a deadly catch, but Team BBQT managed to escape with Team Imperial Lords trying to take something from this team fight, but goes
that was
to the Leslie.
That was nasty. Brody thinking that the wind of nature can actually help him out, but little does he know that Leslie does true damage with her first skill, so the wind of nature will not be there to save him. And Leslie, while all the chaos was happening in the top lane, we failed to notice that the Leslie actually did not die and got quite a lot of kills on 4-1-3 on this KD, able to melt down the opponent. Xbox does secure the Lord. Glue gets away after zoning the opponents, however the Dawning Light does take him away. Both the EXP laners traded and the Lord going in towards the side of BBQTs. However, the Xavier does get this Leslie quite low. And if you look at the farm coming in from both the gold laners, that is a 1,000 gold difference. Leslie already having the Berserker's Fury and opting to go for the Wind Talker for a little bit of movement speed. And also that passive Typhoon damage coming in from the Wind Talker. And that is a kill towards going in on the Kufra, not really someone you would want that shutdown bounty on. However, that was quite an overextension coming in from Luffy, trying to take the blue buff, even though the team got the Lord. And with that, there is no chance of an end, as it will be a 4v5, and there should be a 5-man defense coming in quite easy. However, if this tier 2 turrets are taken down, it should be quite an easy game. And Leslie, with that 2 damage, takes down the Lapu Lapu as well. That is a lot of damage that you're seeing on the Leslie. A 1,500 damage with one basic attack. I wouldn't want to be one of the frontliners against her.
Yeah, Team Imperial Lords trying their best. However, the positioning and map control from Team BBQT is overwhelming them, as we see the goal lead from Leslie is shredding most of the heroes in Team BBQT's Team Imperial Lords lineup, as they do take down the turret, but it's proving slightly difficult to jump into Team BBQT's lineup, as they have a really good positioning. But Kufra here does try to attempt to do so, but goes down to half HP, almost dying. But they're really low. Bane gets the kill onto Sicilian with his deadly catch. Lapu here trying to get another, but Team BBQT just backing off. Team Imperial Lodge trying to still push. Brody here gets the kill onto the Leslie, and Team BBQT will have their Leslie shut down by the Brody.
That was quite a team fight, right? That was the opportunity that Imperial Lords had, knowing that Team BBQTs are getting a little overconfident, overextending, overstaying their welcome, and Imperial Lords taking the advantage, making the most of this opportunity, taking down the damage dealer coming in from the side of BBQT with that Leslie, Colonel 46 on that, and was quite a lot of damage, especially knowing that the Brody Stone Apart memory took them down really low, and the deadly catch was there just to finish it off. And Lapu Lapu targeting the right person on that Leslie to make sure he can zone her away from the fight before she can actually take part and do any damage. And Kaja just poking here, Lapu Lapu giving all the vision he can, and Kufra going in really, and the ultimate snipe coming out to provide a little more vision here, and it does give the vision on the man, and she does use it on the Xavier. The Xavier having the much more damage, taking Leslie's health quite low, and as we get to see the item, Leslie does opt to go for the BOD and not the endless battle, so going all damage, raw damage on this Leslie, she is going to be hurting with that true damage. That you can see, that was 2,000 damage on towards the Lapu, two basic attacks, and the Lapu Lapu goes down. It should be a 1-for-0 trade as they're going for this Lord. And Kufra in the backline uses the Tyrant's Revenge. However, there's no follow up on the damage. Blue does take down the Brody and the Xbox, taking down the Xavier. They are splitting this team up. The Kufra caught off guard, and he is way too extended. The Xbox gets a double kill. That's a 4-for-0 trade. A big miscommunication coming in from the side of Imperial Lords. They are being split up exactly like they should be by this Glue, by this Kaja, and this Xbox to make sure that the Leslie and Sicilian will be there to deal the damage, and the Lord should go over to the side of BBQTs. This should be quite an easy push, knowing that they have about a 7k goal lead, and this should be game for me, Linwl. Will they be able to defend? What do you think?
I think it might be possible for retake here by Team Imperial Lords. However, it'll rely. Okay, Kufra lands a flicker S1 onto two of Team BBQT, thereby taking down the Leslie. This might be a comeback here with the most of the enemy teams going down here. The Lord is pushing onto the top lane. Three of Team Imperial Lords trying to stall for their Brody, who is taking down Lord, but Brody joins the team fight here. And it seems like both teams are going to back with just a trade-off of a Leslie and a base tower for Team Imperial Lords. Team Imperial Lords here saying like, we are not done. We are not done with this team fight. We are not done with this game. We can still fight. And they're proving so otherwise by shutting down the Leslie.
That was very well said, Linwood. They are here to live another day indeed. And Team BBQT is very overstaying their welcome. They are getting a little too confident. You can say even cocky a little bit. And as you can see, the Kaja very out of position. The Tyrant's Revenge being Team Imperial Lords are throwing everything except for the kitchen sink into this fight. And the Kaja somehow gets away as well. All these baiting all these very expensive ultimates who have very long cooldowns. The Glue latching himself onto the Kufra baits out the conceal as well, and they do not have the damage for another 20 to 30 seconds. They threw literally everything at that Kaja except for this kitchen sink, man. You gotta look at that itemization coming in at the Kaja, the anti-cuirass and the Athena shield with the immortality, quite enough to actually sustain all that damage. So you can say that they need a little bit more time to scale, as they're not able to burst down the tank. That was a 5v1.
Yeah, but they did take down the immortality of the Kaja, so it might be useful for the upcoming Lord fight here that we're seeing, which Lord is spawning at 43 seconds. I feel like this team fight will be very crucial by the Kufra. Like for the initiate should be by the Kufra and followed by the Lapu Lapu if they want to see any success, as Leslie and Cecilia are shredding most of the Team Imperial Lords lineups, and we see Lapu here trying to bait out Team BBQT in the bot lane, but Glue just does pop off his ultimate, stalling and zoning Team Imperial Lord. Here we have Lapu here jumping onto the Kaja, jumps onto the Sicilian, but it's slightly too tanky, not enough damage, and goes down to the Leslie. Kufa here trying to follow up, but does go down again to the Leslie, who is a menace right now. Team Imperial Lord needs to mark the Leslie, but they're failing to do so because of zone provided by Glue and Kaja. Okay, Sicilian goes, never mind, I meant, sorry.
That was the Glue going down, and Sicilian does get a kill, and that's a 3-for-1 trade, and it should be easy to take the Lord. And you can see the damage coming in from the Zippy. He's getting the right targets, however, there's no way to follow it up, and Kufra being quite eager to engage earlier. And if you've seen all these fights that happened till now, it was the Xavier that set it up for the Kufra to be able to jump in and create havoc, create chaos in the back line of the side of Team BBQT. However, Kufra not waiting, and for the engage coming in from the Xavier might be a slight miscommunication because the Lapu had died before the Kufra was able to jump in towards the back line, and there was no follow-up. Now, knowing that the Kaja does have his flicker, does have the Divine Judgment available, and no flicker coming in from the Kufra and the Lapu, this should be quite a Lord push coming in. The Kaja with the flicker and the Divine Judgment onto the Bane, the Bane tanky enough to sustain. And the Kufra going in on the back line. The Sicilian does flicker out. The Leslie being a menace and dealing all that damage. Glue going in split on the Bane, and the kill going in towards the Leslie. Leslie with a double kill here. The Xbox with the ultimate blast coming in. Will they take down the base? Looks like the crystal dust go down. And this win going towards Team BBQTs. Team BBQTs with a back-to-back win, showing that they're here to play and they have executed both the games, both the perfect plans. The first game being an early and mid-game domination, and this being the late coming in from the Leslie and the Sicilian. Very well played.
Yes, this was a really interesting game by both teams, Team Imperial Lords and Team BBQT. Imperial Lords did try their best. They had really good item set lineups, but just not managing to get that win due to the lack of mobility and disengage provided by the Glue and Kaja, who was constantly poking and giving so much map awareness and control to the team. They just set up their Leslie for the win, and Sicilian just farmed the stacks and kept on shredding the enemy team. It seems like Team Imperial or just couldn't get that comeback. The Xavier did deal a lot of damage and zoned a lot of Team BBQT's teammates, but like there was no follow up for that. They couldn't commit, and it seems like because of that, Team BBQT will be taking this win. However, both teams would like to thank them for playing, and that was a really fun match to watch.
Yeah, as you said, my friend, the damage coming in from the Xavier actually being much more than the Leslie. So the Xavier did do quite a lot of damage, but there was no follow-up. And I think that was because of the itemization coming in from the Brody, not something that you see usually. Going in for the Demon Hunter sword, knowing that Brody is a burst type marksman, not really has necessary of the attack speed, not really knowing what Monk was thinking over there, and building the Wind of Nature as well. Wind of Nature not really paying any dividends over here, especially knowing that the Leslie has true damage, the Kaja and Glue being magic damage themselves, and Sicilian being magic damage as well, and the Xbox dealing true damage as well. So the use of the Wind of Nature was really not needed. The purchase of Wind of Nature was really not needed, and that was a waste of an item going in from Brody. And Natures and the Wind of Nature, if he was building the Blade of Despair, that would have made slightly bigger of a difference since he had the Malefic Roar as well. And at this point, you can just say it came down to game knowledge. The fact that BBQTs had a little more game knowledge in this game, and Brody, just take a quick note, my friends. True damage, Wind of Nature, you don't want to build that. You have true damage, someone on that side, just build a little more HP. And looking at that, he built the Warrior Boots and the Steel Leg Plates as well. Not really something that you want to build against Leslie. That all that precious gold being wasted at that very point. And apart from that, this has been a wonderful game which went on for 18 minutes and 42 seconds. and a well-deserved victory going towards BBQTs. And for this tonight, we should be signing off. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is Kronos, and alongside me is Linwl, who will be taking us off for the night.
Yeah. Good night, guys.
Thank you, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Mask on my face, hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. Look on my clock in this cock. Mask on my face, hesitate to give me some. I'ma catch a murder case. 30 on the clock when I get clock. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get 30 on the clock when I get clock. Whipping on the scene when I get click. Wheel on the beat, on me, that's it. On me, I take the key. When I'm in, I take the key. When I'm in, I get
Oh, you tell me stories, you tuck me in, and the second you leave, I call you right back to check for monsters in my sheets. Yeah, high school was hard, you'd fight with my mom, I'd fall asleep to the screaming, sound machine always speaking, left emotional scars. Now I'm 21, a soul of 50 years. And now that you are gone, I'm doing things that I shouldn't know from. I'm doing things that I shouldn't do. At 21, a soul of 50 years. And now that you are gone, I'm doing things that I shouldn't know from. I'm doing things that I shouldn't do. At 21. At 21. I'm doing things that I shouldn't do. At 21. I'm just a kid. Oh, I'm doing things I shouldn't know from. Yeah, doing things I shouldn't do. At 21. Yeah, I play you my favorite songs on a car ride while you list me all the people